Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me here today. Today I thought I'd share with you my planned March's TBR. Um, March is usually a pretty good month for me when it comes to reading. In March, there's a couple of reasons for that. So the first one being is that March is generally, and it is this month, a month where my son Noah is at school all month. There's no half term, no end of term, no holidays or anything until April. And so when he's at school, it means that I get my lunch break completely interruption free. I'm very lucky in that since COVID hit, I now work from home. So my hour's lunch break is entirely mine to do with as I please. And I like to read. So that's what I get done. Also, when he is in term time holiday, when he's at term time, my parents and my partner's parents help with the school pick up and drop off, and so twice a week he stays at theirs and has a sleepover. So every Monday and every Wednesday night is mine to do with as I please. My partner works nights, so he's not here. It is just me and the dog, and I read a lot. So I do get a lot of reading done when schools are in term time. Also, with March, it's my birthday at the end, and I've booked a couple of days off work. Noah's still at school, Chris is still at work, so I've got a couple of days entirely to myself. So I've got plenty planned. This may change. This is just what I'm hoping to get read in the month of March. At the time of recording this, it is the 4th, so I have already made a start on some of these. I am determined to do these at the end of the previous month going forward, but it's my first time doing it, so let's jump into it. So the first two that are on my TBR list are Crossed and Hexed. They're part of the Never After series by Emily McIntyre. I read the first four last month and I'm just continuing on with these. To be perfectly honest, at the time of recording this, I have finished Crossed. I finished this on Sunday, which was the 2nd of March. So that one is complete, which I'm grateful for. Not going to go into too much detail, but this was not my favourite so far. I have made a good start on Hexed. I am 200 pages into this one. It is a lot chunkier than the others. I am enjoying it so far. So at the end of the month, I will do a reading wrap up and give you my honest opinions on these. But so far, I'm actually really enjoying this one. So this one is going to be finished next. This one I have already finished in March. Then I wanted a bit of a palette cleanser, and there's a few different genres you'll notice when I'm doing my videos that I really enjoy. And one of them is historical fiction, particularly anything set sort of around any of the world wars or in between the world wars. Doesn't have to be war related, but I do quite like that period. Amazon have, and they have done, I mean, I don't know, maybe this is a forever thing, I'm not sure, but they've been having some really good deals on some hardback books. And when I say good deals, I'm talking some of the hardback books are down to like some are less than £2 a piece, some are £3, £4, which I think is a really good price for a hardback book. And I do like hardback books. I just don't buy them very often because they can be quite a bit more expensive than the paperbacks. So when I started seeing that they had these bargain hardbacks, I've been picking them up, and I've got a few already. And one of the latest ones that I picked up is this one. It's The Austrian Bride by Helen Perusel or Perusel. I haven't read any of her books before ever. I think it was less than £3, so I thought it's worth picking up. Definitely looks like one of the books that I would enjoy. And I wanted a bit of a change of genre from the romance. There's a few romances in here, and I've got some crime and thriller ones. So I just wanted to do something a little bit different. So this is going to be the one that I follow up the Never After series with. The back on this one, the blurb is Austria, 1938. After years of hardship, Ella is full of hope for a better future for Austrians. And when Hitler marches into Linz, she can't help but become swept up in the euphoria of her boyfriend Max. But she soon realizes her mistake. when she witnesses a woman being shot in the street and a childhood friend's Jewish department store is closed down, she knows she must do something. It's a dangerous time to be a resistor, especially when her fascist boyfriend proposes to her. Ella knows she has a duty to her family, her friends, and her country. So while Europe teeters on the brink of World War II, a desperate race begins to save the people she loves, but betraying the Nazis could be her death sentence. A powerful and unforgettable story of the strength of women and the unwavering courage of those who seek a better world, perfect for fans of Suzanne Goldring and Mandy Robotham. So I'll give it a go. As I say, it will be as long as I get through this. And to be fair, even if it does end up being one that I DNF, I don't think it will be, but if it does, it will still be my reading wrap up to let you know what my opinions are on this. So yeah, looking forward to it. And one thing I do like is some of these hardbacks that I've picked up. I've got a few over there. Um, they're not the ones that have like the dust jackets or anything on them. This is actually printed on the hardback. I do like a dust jacket, don't get me wrong, but I always have to take them off because the book slips around while I'm reading it. It gets really annoying. I'm always worried about damaging it. I have to find somewhere to put it. But this is just like printed. It's nice. I like it. I picked up quite a few that were in the sale that are exactly the same as this. It's not a mega long book, but with it being a hardback, there are naturally more words on the page. It's just over 300 pages, I think. Um, it looks like she does at least another book called A Mother's War. So yeah, I'll let you know how we get on with that. And then the next series, I guess, that I'm going to read is if you haven't already watched one of my previous videos, I've got far too many books, far too many series. I don't know what I'm going to pick. I am getting so lost and I almost get a bit bogged down with what to go for. So this year I wrote all of my series down. I folded them up into little pieces of paper, popped them in a jar, and Chris and Noah are taking it in turns to pick out what will be my next one. It was Chris's turn this time. He popped his hand in the jar and he picked out this series. I can't remember which one this one is. It's by Elle Kennedy. She's got a couple. I know one of them's called the Off-Campus one. I'm not sure if that's this or not. I've got both of the series. I picked them up from Works just before Christmas. They had a really good offer on. All book sets had £5 off, I think it was. So I think it made this one, I want to say just £10 for the 4 books, which is a really good price. He picked this one out. So this sorry, my alarm went off. So this is the one that he picked out for me. So this is the one I'm going to read next. It's a 4-book series. We have The Chase, we have The Risk, we have The Play, and then we have The Dare. I don't really know a lot about them. They are very much like romance books. I do quite like these. I like the looks and the front of the cover. I've not read an Elle Kennedy book before, so I've no idea if I'm going to enjoy her writing style, but we're going to give them a go. They seem like a my style of book, so why not? And it's another one out of my overall 2025 TBR that I really need to get through and read, so I'm excited for that. And then I'm really hoping I'm going to be able to go through all of that, which I should do. And then I said it was my birthday at the end of the month. And I do have reading plans for then. Now, the books I'm going to show you aren't the exact ones I'm reading because I'm waiting for the ones that I'm going to be reading to arrive. However, I really want to read the Agatha Raisin books. I don't really own many, and I've started to pick them up and buy them in bundles, mainly off of Vinted. I am going to spend, I think, my birthday reading through some of the Agatha Raisin books. My plan is to read them in order. I've been keeping a track of the books that I've been able to pick up on my laptop. I've got them on like a spreadsheet just to be really organised so that I know which ones I've bought and which ones I haven't. I think I checked yesterday and looking at what I've been able to pick up in bundles, I've managed to pick up I think it's the first 14 books in order. And then I've got others that are further down in the series, but there's like some missing in between. I'm still on the lookout for them, so I'm still checking out Vinted. We are going to go to a couple of charity shops, I'm hoping, at the weekend, to go and see if I can find any maybe in there. Maybe I'll end up picking up some more. Can't leave them behind, can we? So these aren't the exact ones I'm reading, but I am going to be reading the Agatha Raisin books. How many I'll get through, I'm not sure. They're small books. They're only sort of up to about 300 pages, so they should be quick to fly through. As I say, I won't have work. Noah will be at school. So I think on the Thursday, because he'll have been at his nana's the night before, I am going to have probably around 9 or 10 hours completely uninterrupted where I can just sit and read through some books. So I'm hoping to get a few of these done. And that is all I've got planned for March. It depends on how quickly I manage to get through all of these books. I do have a lot more time this month. April will be a lot tighter, so I probably won't get through anywhere near as many in April. Um, School holidays, Easter, like it just doesn't happen as much when he's at home. But I'm going to make a really big dent, and this will also help me hit my reading target for the 2025, which I've set to 100 books. I managed to do 100 last year. It is a lot of books. Um, any amount of books that you read is an amazing achievement. If you'd have asked me a couple of years ago, I was lucky if I read one book a year. It's only because I've really got back into it, and now that my son's at school, I do have just a bit more time to my hands to be able to do this. So that's my TBR. Let me know in the comments down below what your TBR is. Have you read any of these? Have you got any recommendations from any of these authors for other books that are worth a go? I have been enjoying the Emily McIntyre, so if there's any more books that she's written that you can recommend, I have read the entire series on The Never After, and I have enjoyed them. I've enjoyed her writing style. And that's it from me for today. I'll keep posting lots of videos. If you are new here, please do hit that subscribe button. We are a new channel. It really does help us to grow. And I'm just here to share my reading journey, letting you know what I've read, what I plan on reading. And I really want lots of your guys' recommendations as well. It always helps. I'm somebody who is willing to give pretty much anything a go. I do have my favourite genres, but I'm willing to give anything. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, a wonderful rest of your week, and happy reading.